What's up, Comicbook.com? Welcome back to the studio here at San Diego Comic-Con. BD here right now. I'm very excited because we're talking about Teen Wolf, the movie. We got Tyler, and Jeff in the building. Guys, welcome to Comic-Con. How's the first day going for you?
Fantastic.
Great, dude. Nostalgia.
Back. Yeah.
This was always a huge staple. This is like our 12th year, not consecutively coming to Comic-Con, but we're veterans here now.
Yeah.
And it's just nice.
Weird.
It's weird. It's super weird. And it's nice doing it with us three. We used to do that as like an entire ensemble cast.
Huge group, yeah.
And that was always so fun too, but there's something very special about us just tackling today, getting it back out there.
I used to come to Comic-Con as a fan.
Right.
So it was before I was even in the industry.
My first time at Comic-Con, I slept on the sidewalk out there.
Did you really?
All age, yeah.
No way.
It was 8 years ago
For
now.
what?
For
Teen
it was
Wolf?
Batman vs Superman. Yes. No, Batman vs Superman and Avengers: Age of Ultron was that
Hell
year.
yeah.
I wanted to
Nice.
see the Warner Brothers, the Marvel.
Mine was for the Star Wars prequels.
Oh, nice,
A long time
nice.
ago.
Those are probably pretty cool panels because I just got to see
Yeah.
Ewan and Hayden come together at Celebration. You got to see them
Really?
out here.
nice.
Right,
Geez,
right.
That's cool. That's cool. Do you guys have anything at Comic-Con other than Teen Wolf that you're like particularly excited to either run into people or maybe try to get on the floor, throw a mask on, and collect something?
That's something we've never done. I've always wanted to,
I
just
know.
to see what it would be like. I want to do like the Bryan Cranston thing, where I literally dress as myself. I don't know. We have a friend who did our makeup on Teen Wolf, who does American Horror Story, and so she was here doing her thing, but I wish Halo was at Comic. Is Halo here?
I don't think
I don't
Halo's
think it
here.
is.
They're between seasons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last Comic-Con I was at, I did go to a panel because I'm friends with and working with Galen Hurd. Our next project is for Paramount Plus 2, Eon Flux. Nice little plug there, Jeff.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Well done.
But she invited me to the Aliens panel, which was great. That was amazing. And I remember them playing one of the scenes up there, and I'm like, God, it's just as good today as it was back then.
Gail's
Awesome.
resume is amazing too. Yeah, that's
Incredible.
cool. Now we're here to talk about Teen Wolf the movie. I want to hear what it's like, just the experience of making, after so many years of making a series. Now you can confine one story into a film, but I'm sure there's some changes that come with that other than runtime. What was it like to do a movie versus series?
Well, it's interesting because Teen Wolf, the show, was a reboot, and now we're kind of rebooting the reboot. You know what I mean? So I thought that was so cool. I think it's pretty rare that people get the opportunity to work on a show for almost 10 years, step away for 5, and then come back to it.
Yeah.
Like, just that thought and that concept alone is something I cherish and I think is really special because I don't think a lot of people get that opportunity to do that, But then talking about the actual content of the movie and us being able to work with each other again, and it's awesome, dude. I'm super stoked for the fans to check it out.
Yes.
And he did a really great job with the script, and it's fun. It's an adventure. It's a ride.
It's an epic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not easy to write a movie with 20 main characters. So it's like if I could have called up the Russo brothers. It's like, how do you do this? Because I've got 4 months to write this thing.
Find time to sleep somehow. That's what
Yeah.
they probably would say.
He hasn't slept at all.
No.
Not at all.
Well, you look good for being awake for a year straight.
It's like got a few more months to go.
In the final episode, I mean, your character's your character went through, had some eye-popping moments. I want to hear about where we pick up. Where do we find Scott?
Yeah, dude. Well, what's so cool about where we find him is that Jeff decided to make it. We're in 2026. That's
Jump ahead in
We
time.
jump ahead. That's where Teen Wolf takes place. So it's 15 years since we last saw Scott. So Scott is 33 years old. He's older than I am now. And what I thought was so interesting is that the last time we ever saw Scott as a real human was the pilot episode. And this time when we pick him up, he leaves Beacon Hills. He wants, a fresh start. I think everybody kind of wants to leave their hometown eventually, especially one that's been as f***ed up as Beacon Hills.
No,
He's got to get out.
chill
dude.
environment.
It's pretty chill. But he wants to get out. He wants to experience life outside of that and kind of put the hero hat down for a little bit. But he's also dealing with human emotions and loneliness for the first time in a long time, and he's kind of at a bit of a crisis in his life, and that's something we haven't seen the human side of. He's always been in crisis mode because he's trying to save his town and his friends, but we've never seen him trying to save himself. If that makes sense.
That sets up a hell of an arc.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
It's really cool.
I'm into it. And I mean, speaking of human emotions, Daddy Derek on the way now. How does
It's the first time I've heard Daddy Derek.
No, it's absolutely not the first time. There's
It
no
is. It's
way.
the first time I've heard
Right,
anyone
well,
say it.
how does that change Derek now?
Context has a lot of meaning.
Yeah.
That's
It's a lot of fun, man. I always say I was always so grateful on the show to Jeff for giving Derek such a great arc from the beginning to when his time on the show ended. It was to me it was very complete, and so to come back with still something completely new to play was just like a really, really cool and special thing to do. And we have a great young actor named Vince Mattis who's playing Eli, and he was just an absolute pleasure to have on set and fit right in with everybody. Felt like he had been a part of the show the whole time, so it was fun. It was really fun to kind of, again, step back into this world a little bit later on down the road and feel like we'd never left, but also feel like there's so much new to play with. So
that's cool.
It's asking questions of yourself, like what kind of dad would Derek be? What kind of son would Derek have?
yeah.
What kind of son could drive Derek crazy?
Crazy.
As a so it was those
Yeah.
questions that sort of inspired us.
You're getting some experience with fatherhood on another show,
I am,
which is fun.
indeed.
This question actually comes from Ashley on Twitter.
Okay.
Would Derek from Teen Wolf get along with Clark Kent from Superman and Lois?
Fun.
Probably not.
You don't think so? I actually
Clark would be
think.
like, no, we are not doing that.
I think Superman would
bad
beat
idea.
Derek's ass.
I think Clark would very often probably be like, Derek, that's not the best idea you've ever had. I think there are a lot of ways in which they are very different. There's also a lot of things about both of them I find incredibly similar. So I think that I think in the end they would get along. I think Clark would encourage maybe a less aggressive approach sometimes, but you know, he has his moments.
Derek's more of a truth, justice, in his way.
Yeah.
Jeff, I'm going to come to you. You know, you've had your teeth in this story from the beginning. How does the film cater to people who were with us since 2011? And also, I assume you're also going to welcome in new people too if they want to come. But
Yes.
you got to take care of the core audience who's been with you for the whole ride. How'd you balance that?
Well, it was taking characters to new places, seeing them in different ways, and also, I didn't feel too beholden to explain things to the new audience, because there's enough in this story as a singular story, and also we want them to watch the other show.
Right. Yeah.
Come back and binge.
What's happening here? We need to watch the entire
Yeah.
DC show.
You got a little homework.
I used to have that comic.
Oh yeah, which
Spawn?
one?
Todd McFarlane. Yep.
Todd McFarlane, friend of the site. Have you met him yet?
Never met him, but I had his reboot of Spider-Man. I had his Batman Year 2.
Wow.
I had all of Spawn when it launched.
Hell yeah, Spawn is
Wow.
the shit.
Pro tip: if you ever interview Todd McFarlane, you get one question because
Really?
he loves his work and he's a cool dude. But he loves talking about it, and he's a really cool guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a cool guy to hear from. The trailer revealed to us Allison's back. I saw Reddit blow up. I saw Twitter blow up. I mean, everybody. I want to hear about packing that reveal and keeping it a secret.
Right.
Well, there was question of how long we could keep it as a secret. And I said, look, guys, it's going to get out, so let's at least, we put it in the press announcement, but we didn't say how she was going to coming back. And we didn't say if it was going to be a cameo or bigger than that. And it's bigger than a cameo.
Oh.
So her walking away from a burning wreck of a car with arrows on her back and holding a bow, that's very significant for what Scott and his friends are in store for.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Just the way we remember her.
And the last thing I want to ask you, because there was another big piece of big news that Sarah Michelle Gellar is now attached to Wolfpack as an EP and a star. That's got to be a really cool thing to start expanding it.
It's a dream. Yeah. I mean, I said we did a clever little introduction for her on the panel where I said one of the people I've always wanted to work with is because it was Sarah Michelle Gellar, because Buffy the Vampire Slayer was a huge influence on me and Teen Wolf, but it really was. That kind of horror, those kind of strong characters, it was a big influence, and watching her come into the show and start acting alongside these new kids, our new teenage werewolves, and having somehow convinced her to drag herself back into horror TV. It's fucking great.
She seems really happy.
She's such a pro, and she's so good. So I'm really excited for it. Yeah.
That's awesome. Looking forward to it. Well, thank you guys so much for coming by. I can't wait to see Teen Wolf the movie on Paramount Plus, everybody. Thank you, Tyler, Jeff, for coming by. It's just easier. It just flows so well.
Please.
You got
It
two people
works,
with the same
man.
name.
It
Yeah.
works.
Thank you guys for coming by the studio. Everybody stay tuned to Comicbook.com for more updates from San Diego Comic-Con. We'll have them right here for you. I'm BD. I'll see you there.
Nice.